Hi everybody, it's been a while. First, I want to say off top that this isn't a video for a reading. I will do a reading soon, probably tomorrow. I have been on a little hiatus. I know I had probably mentioned that I may be doing that just given, the energies, things that are just going on that are kind of heavy. I'll get into that in a little bit. Also, I wasn't really feeling that well. It's like severe flu season, and I was trying to like battle a whole bunch of things. I didn't get the flu, thankfully, or anything like that, but it was like just trying to fight off certain things. And I also have a sick child, so just little things. But this video is actually going to be about twins, twin flames. If you're on the East Coast, Eastern Standard Time, if they give an accurate timestamp, if I'm able to even upload this, it's roughly 5 a.m. I've been awake since 2 a.m. since my sleep was interrupted. It is the new moon, so this is not surprising for me. It's just that I couldn't go to bed, and I just felt this spirit was just hitting me with these things I was feeling about twin flame journey. And I'm like, all right, well, can I just tell them in the morning when I finally get out the bed? I don't feel like it. I gotta look half decent on video. Do I have to? And it's like, you have to. You have to. So I hope that this comes through clear and that I'm able to grasp everything that I would like to convey. So I might go a little bit slowly, or if things come rapidly, I'll have to go a little rapidly. I just hope what I'm trying to convey today is beneficial, useful, helpful, and complete, as complete as I can get it. So first, a lot of you light workers, a lot of you in general have probably been feeling very tired over the past several weeks. Just exhausted, really hungry. Like, I've been going through these types of feelings for just over a month now, feeling very tired, very, very hungry. I mean, like, hunger out of nowhere. Very inward. Again, nausea, feeling like caffeine jitters with no caffeine, just a lot of these weird sensations, and of course, I went to my doctor. I encourage everyone to go to your doctor, even if you're going through an ascension process and you're aware, you're a light worker, you're doing spiritual work, and we have these things going on. Go to the doctor anyway, just in case. I went. All I need to do is eat a little more leafy greens, but everything was fine, like physically, test-wise, all of that. So this is purely a result of the shifts that are going on. St. Patrick's Day was yesterday. That was an 11/11 gateway when you look at the numbers. And so you might be feeling a lot of different things. There's an article that I'm so happy I found yesterday, because I was freaking out, like, what is going on? And then I've been watching some videos from some other twins, and they're like, why do I feel like agitated and like I want to be by myself and like all these little things? And I'm like, what is going on? And someone posted an article. I will get that article in the bottom of this video if you were interested. It made me feel so much better. They likened what's happening right now very similar to ascension flu. For those of you who've gone through an ascension process, you know what that is. If you aren't sure what ascension is, you might not want to look that up, but when you start feeling really, really strangely, that might be a good time to do it. All right, so I will get on with it. So a lot of you on this journey have probably recently heard from your twins within the past month or so, or are about to. I know some of you are probably in discussions with your twins about moving forward, maybe going into union, that sort of thing. But then for a lot of you, having contact with your twin is just another big fat trigger. And, it happens. The one thing that I want to say about being triggered by your twin is that it's important to get to the bottom of the feelings of the trigger Don't get triggered for nothing. You have to make lemonade out of that lemon of being triggered. You got to get to the bottom of why. You have to sit with the feelings. You have to recognize. And for those of you who are on this journey, for sure, you know, for real, especially the divine feminines who have been doing a lot of work, done a lot of research, are very familiar, starting their life purpose, just learning themselves, practicing the art of detachment, all of this nice, wonderful growth, stepping into my goddess energy kind of thing. I want to give you a piece of advice. Don't ever for a minute think that you are more evolved than your twin, because it will come back around and shine on you something you were either trying to hide from, something you haven't fully addressed, or something you just kind of forgot about. They may not be on the same page as you with the spiritual growth element or the ins and outs of what it means to be on this journey and how to navigate it so much, but they do match you energetically and spiritually. So they will show you something. So this is always an opportunity to dig deep and to learn something. So in my most recent encounter with my twin, I got to a place in my life where it's like, no, I'm not really getting physically upset, or the energies are not. I did a lot of the purging already, so I wasn't really getting hit really crazy. But I still had to sit and realize and feel it and recognize, like, oh snap, I haven't fully forgiven this person as much as I thought I did. Like, I thought I did a great job forgetting, and I did, but there's still more. And if I was carrying that air of not forgiving fully, low-key resentment, or sometimes like obvious resentment, like in my energetic space from the thoughts and things that I'm feeling, just judging him, that's not an okay. It's kind of like not okay. It's the other person's not going to receive that well. Like, if you feel like some other person is potentially judging you or not necessarily respecting what you have going on, that makes some ripples in the energetics. So before you go to try to point the finger at your twin for not being where you feel you are, or not ready to do the things that you were doing, or just not in a place to be who you feel they need to be for you, understand that they have to be who they need to be for themselves first, just like you have to be who you need to be for yourself first. So when you look at this journey from a perspective of you're going to prioritize your spiritual growth, then you're going to have less triggers from your twin. You're going to see it from the element of, look, I got to do this work on me. I'm understanding it. I'm accepting it. It's not easy, but I'm going to do it. That helps you to understand they have to do this work on them as well. And, you know, that's kind of hard, because sometimes the work that our twins are doing are with karmic relationships with other people. Sometimes we have karmic relationships with other people, but that's all a part of the soul growth. But I do want to explain, I will say this to you all every time, this twin flame journey is not a one lifetime thing. This has been going on. Some of you have done the past life regressions and the meditations, or even had dreams on your own about past life situations that you've had with your twins. Some of you know you have you just mirror in so many ways based on your astrological sign, your birth chart, synastry, all of that. You know, this is not the first merry-go-round with this. And it may not be the last. A lot of people are pushing for reconciliation, union. That may not be for this lifetime, and you have to be okay with that. What's important is the soul growth that comes from this, the breaking through the limiting beliefs that we have, practicing detachment, and acceptance, unconditional love, all of this that you can go through with another person that you may not even see or have not seen for a long time, may not see for a long time, but it's still forcing you to work on everything with you, and you will be the best possible version of yourself, so that when you were in this life partner relationship with the person you were supposed to be with, you're just going to be so amazing for them. And this doesn't mean you love your twin any less or that they're not significant. It's just that now might not be the time. Not this year or this lifetime. It could be the next, the one after that. Keep that in mind. The priority is the soul growth. And one of the things that I really recommend for people on this journey, do your research. Read, know the ins and outs, because you have to know the energetics of your connection with this other half of your soul. You have to know what is going on. You have to know what they're working through. You have to know what you're working through. You have to know how it's similar, how it's different, how it complements. These are all important things to know. When you go into it looking at it from a perspective of, I'm going to be just raw and vulnerable, and I am going to accept this person unconditionally because that just shows how I can accept myself unconditionally. Remember, it's a mirror situation. When you can do that and know just as much as you can about what's happening, you will be able to handle the triggers better. You will be able to sit with yourself. You know, okay, fine. If I feel like I did not forgive my twin as much as I thought I did, I said, well, why am I having such a hard time? And then I'm like, oh, I know why. It's because of the karmic. And I'm like, okay, so what's my issue with the karmic? Oh, probably control, because I feel like I think he should do things a certain kind of way, because that's what I think. Does that work for him? Maybe not right now, maybe later, maybe another time, you know? So I have to kind of focus on the way I have to do it for me and kind of let it unfold for this other person, how their journey has to unfold. And this is why I like divination tools, because divination tools help me stay on track and know what I have going on in life to help me address or take into account what I need to do or what I should not do. So I highly recommend it. And a lot of you are doing divination tools. Like when you really undertake the spiritual journey and get into the purpose work, you will be drawn to that type of thing. It'll come out of you in some type of way. There are different ways to utilize, you know, different divination tools to help you along. So I just wanted to share that. I don't want to make this too long. It is in the middle of the night, so if any of you were on this video, who watched this video, who just want, you know, more information about this, you know, you can reach out. You can, you know, ask me certain questions. I don't really do much by way of twins because it's such a personal journey, and the dynamics ebb and flow so much just simply because we are the co-creators of our destiny, and we can manifest and change the trajectory of how this is going. Because it's not just in the physical realm that you can communicate with your twin. You can communicate with your twin in 5D. I know some of the divine feminines are trying to take a break from 3D and 5D. I'm one of them, because sometimes you just have to seriously detach. And when someone's going through their soul growth, their spiritual growth, they sometimes need to be alone. So they don't need the outpouring of the feelings of when. Well, this person said June, this person said August, because there are a lot of little dates floating around. Just bring that all down and to keep the focus on you. When I did my personal readings for the divine feminine and divine masculine energy, the card that I pulled up in not only the reading for the energy between divine feminine and divine masculine, but my own personal reading just for me, I got a card, cleaning house. And I feel like this cleaning house applies to not just me. It applies to the whole collective in terms of physically cleaning your house, spring cleaning, throwing out things that are not resonating with you, just stale, not, you don't need it anymore. You know, you can donate it, old clothes, just things that just no longer serve you in general have to go. And that is physically, like I just said, energetically, and, you know, just sometimes even with relationships, you know, and it depends on where you are. I know a lot of the divine feminines feel really, really bad that their masculines are in karmic relationships, but they're not, the divine feminine is not really feeling drawn so much to karmic relationships, or having difficulty of even getting into a karmic relationship. And it just could be because it's more time that we all need to just focus more deeply on ourselves. It's like you have to be truly honest with yourself about the pursuit of a karmic relationship. Like, I ask myself, like, can I even do it? Like, in my brain, it seems like it works and it's a good idea. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I've done this before. But when I laid here from 2 a.m. and I got down to the nitty gritty, I said to myself, oh my gosh, I don't think I can do it. Because when I really think of the list of everything that I want to do, that I have to do for me, and I mean my spiritual work on my physical self, goals I need to achieve, like, you know, for this year, over the next few months, my personal familial obligations. I have family here right now. My mom's probably gonna kill me because I've been kind of like moving around the house off and on for the past 3 hours. Sorry, Mom. I feel like maybe it's not, you know, maybe it's not the time. Maybe it's not the time, you know? And this doesn't have to translate into, oh, you sit and you wait for your twin. No way. No, 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 no. You got to do what you have to do, because this is all about loving unconditionally. And the thing about it is, this is where it can get a little bit harder. Because when you were able to love unconditionally, you can essentially choose who you want to love. If you look at my love video, I go through the definition of love and what that means. And in going through that, you learn that love, for me, love isn't something that I want to leave to chance and just fall into. It's such a serious, intimate thing. Don't you want to have some sort of choice in it? So I recommend you watch the love video and think about that. And when you look at that definition of love, you can totally see that it's not just romantic, you can apply it anywhere. So it's like you can meet someone and be like, whoa, you know, this person seems like, they seem pretty awesome, and I feel compelled to love them, because you want to nurture them spiritually through care and consistency and just, you know, those wonderful things. So when you think about it like that, it kind of opens up the doors, in a sense, even wider, to who you could potentially love. But when you are connected with yourself in the heart space, you will meet people who you will feel that are worthy of it, and the people that you know that are not, you'll know in the beginning, off rip. Doesn't make them bad people. No, there's just some people that we vibe with and some people that we don't, and that's all good. So the point is, clean house, invest more in yourself. Someone recently said, whatever you feel you're missing, like from your twin or anywhere else, just pour it on yourself. That's what I've been doing for the longest, and I feel like it totally works. Okay. So I hope this video uploads in good time. I had to get this out. I'm happy that I did. I hope it's not too dim. And thank you for tuning in. I will have some new decks coming, but I will give you a reading from, you know, one of the other ones in the interim, because I want to get something out to you guys. Maybe I'll do it right now. We'll see. But thank you for watching the video. Namaste.